Okay, so it seems like it's been forever since we got season 1 of the 7 Deadly Sins. A lot of people may know that we also got that, I believe it was 4 episode special OVAs that came out on Netflix that kind of spoiled some stuff for the upcoming season, and it was just kind of like, hey, what's the point of this other than to just keep people tidied over until the next season comes out. And even I believe they said that it was Nakaba himself, the creator of the 7 Deadly Sins, that wrote the plot for those 4 episodes. But regardless of what, it seems as though from what I'm hearing from people that not only what they ignored as far as with the anime, because I believe they ignored slightly the ending of the first season regarding, I think, like, you know, the rewards for everybody and a couple of things there, but they also ignored the OVAs from what a lot of people are saying, because again, it spoiled certain things and it showed certain things, and it seems as though that they put it all into this nightmare that the episode starts with, that Elizabeth is having with Meliodas and everybody, and I think it even had Bond leaving or something like that. It was an interesting way to kind of throw it out there and use a Deus Ex Machina, I think that's what you would call it, or a retcon in general, whatever. It was like, okay, honestly, I didn't really care for the ending part of season 1 as far as, you know, the festival, celebration. It was like, okay, yeah, we can end it here, so I wasn't that big of a fan of that stuff. And then the OVAs, I never watched it, so I'm fine with it, but I know a lot of people are probably pissed at that. It's like, really, you wasted my time for this, for a dream, for a premonition that Elizabeth may be having, like, what the... Really? So yeah, there's that. That's one of the problems right there that some people are having with the 7 Deadly Sins season 2 episode 1. I'm not going to remember the name for a while of it, so we're just going to stick with season 2 episode whatever, assuming that I continue reviewing this, because as some of you may know, Netflix don't have the 7 Deadly Sins in the US as of right now. It really sucks, but this is one of those cases where, you know what, I'm gonna buy this on Blu-ray anyways. I'm going to stream it on Netflix when it arrives on there anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's gonna be multiple streams on Netflix, so I'm not gonna feel like, you know what I'm saying, because at the end of the day, I'm gonna buy it, I'm gonna stream it legally and all that shit too. So yeah, that's my stance on that. I've pretty much said that a million times or whatever. It's like, I'm not condoning any type of deal, but hey, we don't have it legally right now. It is bullshit. We've been wanting this for a while. But moving on, so Bond decided to leave the 7 Deadly Sins. He's on a mission, and whatever it seems to be, it has something to do with Elaine, the little girl that we've seen, you know, the past that he had with her, and King follows him, and it's kind of like, okay, so this is the beginning of multiple journeys, because if King's going to be going off with Bond, then we got to see what everybody else is going to be up to. And going back to, okay, they have the medal ceremony, and you have those people that interrupt, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be interesting to see, like, pebbles getting thrown around, because at the end of the day, Meliodas is at this point where normies are nothing to him anymore, you know what I'm saying? It's classic with any shonen that after a certain point in the series, normies can't do jack. And to be honest with you, with 7 Deadly Sins, it started off similar to like a series such as Toriko, where they already started out kind of established. They weren't rookies in the beginning. You know, the Sins at the beginning of this story, they already had been around for a while. They were on the run, and, you know, they split up and all that shit or whatever. So they're not the typical rookies, so they're gonna kick these weakling asses. And it's interesting because that means it's like, okay, it showcases anyway, at the very least, that we have made some progression within the series, and we've gone a while now that, you know, Meliodas is like, you're a fly to me, bro, like, get out of here. So he kicks that guy's ass pretty quick moving forward with the episode. And honestly, again, a lot of portions of the episode, like the episode as a whole, is pretty damn good. The ending was amazing. I love the ending, but there were some dragged a bit. Again, that portion with the weaklings, it was like, okay, whatever. And then there was a lot of jokes with Hawk throughout the episode. I was like, bro, Hawk, if you don't like, we had that plot revelation and that plot device that was introduced later on, the Dragon Ball Z-esque Sharingan deal, which we'll talk about in a second. That was introduced later on, but Hawk had just so much, like, oh. It's like, bro, can Hawk stop for 5 fucking seconds? You know what I'm saying? Like, all the jokes. And then they start adding him into the plot just to make sure that he fits into something, because it's like, oh, so Merlin happened to give Hawk this device that is a scout. I'm like, what? Yeah, which, moving forward, great transition right there, by the way. You know, Hawk has this power now because of this little medallion thing on his ear that Merlin had given him, that he can read power levels, but it's in his eyes, essentially. So again, that's what I'm saying, with a mixture of the Sharingan being in eyes, or you could even say the eyes that the Kurta clan has from Hunter x Hunter, which for whatever reason, it escapes me at the moment what the hell's the name of those eyes. But essentially eyes that'll read power levels and get even complex with it. So it's not only combining those two, but it's also doing its own thing, where it goes down to the magic and the defense and all that shit. So that's very interesting that it's trying to go more of a Hunter x Hunter route with taking these two devices and then moving forward and getting it a little bit complex. It's like, I'm for it. I think, again, it's funny because it's like, that's totally like Vegeta, what powers the scouter level say, you know what I'm saying? Like, that is totally that. But hey, it's whatever. It showcases that we're going to be getting these levels moving forward. And maybe Nakaba was a fan of it. Maybe he's one of those people that grew up with like, it's over 9,000 as a funny thing to him. And he's like, I want to incorporate that shit into my series. Why not? It's already mainstream, right? And as far as the return of the Sins, all of them looking fresh. Oh my god, Diane's chest. Hallelujah for Diane, bro. I was like, oh, so Diane looking good. And then transitioning forward, we went into the villain side of thing, because you already know Hendrickson got bodied, but he seemingly was revived in this episode. And Dreyfus is revealed, which I don't remember if it was revealed in the end of season 1 or in the OVAs or whatever, but you see Dreyfus is there and that he's actually evil, and he was orchestrating all of this, helping alongside with Hendrickson, or using Hendrickson to revive the 10 Commandments and all the 10 Commandments. Oh my god, they look so sick. I loved that scene. You know, I couldn't wait. From the moment I read this in the manga, all the 10 Commandments, and seeing them all in that squad lineup, I was like, oh, season 2, come already, please. When we gonna get more season 2? And this is early on, right? So you already know it only gets hyper from there. But regardless, like, seeing the 10 Commandments, it was like, oh, it is a nice quality art and animation, and this shit is shaking the main cast up, so it's already building up an incredible threat. And lastly, that guy at the end, which it showcases, okay, they have something to do with the Demon Clan. I mean, they're the 10 Commandments, you know, shit is real here. They're a major threat. The guy has the demon marking on his forehead, and he kind of looks a little bit like Meliodas, like a young version of Meliodas or something. But honestly, that was insane. Loved the ending. The ending was incredible. Again, Meliodas being shook, everything that went down. It was like, damn. So the main villain of the last arc ends up being kind of a pebble to all of this shit that's moving forward. If these villains are going to be truly an incredibly bigger threat than Hendrickson ever was, right? You got to move forward, got to get more stronger. But my gosh, this episode, it had its lows again, with some of the repetitive nature of Hawk's jokes and certain aspects besides that, and of course the, you know, Deus Ex Machina, or retcon, shall I say, regarding, you know, hey, the ending of season 1 and the OVA just didn't happen, or what's going on there. But I'm kind of curious what you guys thought about this episode. For starters, what do you think is Bond up to? The fact that he's leaving the 7 Deadly Sins, and of course King following him. Where is Bond going? King seemingly said it has something to do, I believe, with Elaine. So is he going to try to resurrect her? Where is he going with this? Why did he leave the 7 Deadly Sins like that? It's also a nice addition to make something in a way sad. This is the type of cues that series like Naruto followed, and a lot of different series. I don't know who's the originator of this. I'm sure it wasn't anything in probably even Japanese literature. It's probably something totally different or whatever, but the whole somebody from the main cast having an argument or a fight or a disagreement and leaving. He's leaving because of his own personal reasons, and it's kind of sad because, you know, he's really buddy with Meliodas, and they're like a little family. So to see him go, sad stuff. So again, your thoughts on that. Also, what do you think about this whole thing with the resurrection of the 10 Commandments, Dreyfus and Hendrickson? Like, holy shit, the 10 Commandments, which one of them looks the hypest to you? I ain't gonna lie. I'll just say Derriere. Oh my god, looking absolutely amazing. And just all of them is like, this is going to be so hype. And predictions on who is that black-haired kid with the marking on his forehead. Obviously a demon. He looks similar to Meliodas. Is he from the same clan? Is he related? What's going on there? And your overall expectations, the 7 Deadly Sins season 2 is going to be so insane. I absolutely love this episode regardless, but I gotta be honest and say 7.5 to an 8, leaning more so towards 7.5, because there are those problems, and it's like, holy shit, retconning is a big deal. But that's all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stalk my Facebook to get more when the video ends. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Have an awesome day.